All right, folks, buckle up. This one's wild. We've got a defendant who's been on deferred probation for 10 years. That means if he had stayed clean and paid up, this case would have disappeared. But instead, he's here about to risk 20 years in prison over unpaid fees. Let's see how fast patience runs out.
In this cause number 15-22909, a long time ago, you were placed on 10 years deferred.
Yes, sir.
Or unadjudicated probation. Going on 10 years. And I think what we had is a request from the probation office for a judicial review back last month. And I must say I do have an administrative hearing. It's refreshing. So what happened is we're kind of arrearages of fees, and you had a fine of $1,000 and other costs. Let's see, now we're in arrearages $5,524, which is
Light bulb legal insight. What you're seeing here is the financial reckoning part of probation. Those fees aren't optional. They fund the entire supervision system. Falling $5,500 behind after a decade, that's like skipping rent for 10 years and expecting the landlord to just understand.
is again unheard of here. That's not what's normal. And let's see, y'all had a hearing back in April, and it was agreed with you that you'd pay $2,000 prior to today's hearing, and you have paid a total. Listen, I'm sorry. Since the defendant's administrative hearing was, the defendant has paid a grand total of only $200 since April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. Just $40 a month. Probation has requested you provide documentation regarding your back child support and why the assessed and reasons for why the assessed fees have not been paid. You failed to provide anything. I see this is kind of fine. Go ahead. Probation.
Yes, sir. So,
Mr.
Mr. Sam is upcoming on his expiration. This case is set to expire September 27th of this year. So he's got a little less than 10-ish days, 15 days prior to expiration. Like the court said, he does owe, as of today, $5,584.
That right there, $1 a day for 5 months. The judge's face says it all. This isn't just about money, it's about effort. If you owed $5,000 and had 10 years to pay it, do you think the court's being too harsh here? Or is this just accountability finally catching up?
In arrearages.
That's not what's important. He made promises that he's not keeping.
Yes, sir.
How much have you gotten? How much has he paid since April?
Since April, we've received $200.
Which is about $1 a day.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say before I order a motion to revoke probation be held? Then that's what I'm going to do. I don't think he's not trying. Others do, and you had a responsibility, and you got nothing else to say and no explanation. I want something. We're going to file a motion to revoke probation on this.
Yes, sir.
This is aggravated.
And there it is, the bombshell moment. The judge drops the reality check. Aggravated assault. 20 years in prison. This isn't small claims court anymore. He's reminding the defendant that deferred adjudication means the original felony is still hanging over your head, and it can drop the moment you fail.
Aggravated assault. Are you kidding me? You're looking at 20 years in prison, sir. Because you won't even pay your fees?
So
These aren't much.
I just got a new job, sir. And
Hey, your mom's voice. I can't see her.
I just got a job, and my parents are gonna help me. I have them sitting over there.
Sir,
They help me get this.
I'm going to remind you, you've been on probation for 10 flipping years.
So, understand?
Have you been a bum just for 10 years? I mean, I don't mean to be brutally honest, but where's Pete, you haven't paid at all, hardly anything in 10 years, which all probationers are responsible for.
Understand that.
Yeah, I know you understand, but in 10 years, you couldn't find some work to pay?
It just,
Something that keeps you from going to prison for 20 years? All right. I worked the day I turned 16. I worked every.
Fire this is vintage courtroom motivation. The judge basically says, if I can work since I was 16, what's your excuse? Brutal, yes, but that's the emotional contrast that hits. 10 years of chances versus 10 minutes of excuses. Think about it. Should empathy outweigh effort when someone's had a full decade to get it right?
Ever since the day I turned 16. I can do it, and I'm not special. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Are you healthy?
yes, sir.
All right.
Oh,
It's a matter of effort. And I mean, most people don't need 20 years in prison as a carrot in front of them to take care of business. Do you have any income at all?
Yes, sir. I just started a new job.
Before
Let's go.
today,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was making it. I was a decade at associate.
how much were you making an hour?
$17 an hour. So
Okay, that's
I had
pretty
child
grand.
support. I know I had child support taking half of my check, and then I had to provide myself with my living expenses. And I had other things come on. I had to pick up a car note, which I never, responsible for. So there was a lot of things that took place, Your Honor.
All of those things sounds like me. I mean, I got going through life. We all have expenses,
Yes, sir. I
things you
understand
plan for and things you don't plan for. But going to prison for 20 years is something that becomes, prioritized. All right. All right. You got to choose which one. I mean, it's a matter of choosing which is.
You can just buy me
Bible.
some more time, sir, please. I would really appreciate it, have mercy and grant me more time to get this paid up. I'm in a position to work now steadily, and that's all I need. That's all I'm asking.
How much time?
At least a year. That's it. To get this $5 grand off me. If you can grant me a year, I got this wrapped up. I've done everything I could as far as taking care of my business, following the rules, staying, out of any trouble or anything. And that's my only hang up. It's just the finance.
Well, we can't. We got a problem. We got a termination thing coming up.
Yes, sir.
Well, the only way we can hold at the end of 10 years by law your probation terminates unless a motion to revoke probation is filed. We're going to have to file a motion to revoke probation.
Legal breakdown. When the judge says we have to file a motion to revoke, that's procedural law kicking in. If the probation term ends without payment or compliance, the only way to keep the case alive is to file that motion before expiration. Once that's filed, arrest is automatic, even if the judge still wants to help.
You can get me that. You need to give me anything else, or is this administrative hearing going to be good enough?
I'm not too sure, Your Honor, that the recommendation on there is for a judicial review today. So if the
I
court,
know, but we got.
if you request another one, I can prepare another one and send it to the court today.
We have to have. Thank you. That's what I would request.
Yes, sir.
Because we have to file something on or before
27th.
9/27,
Yes, sir.
and it would be a motion to revoke probation. You will be arrested. That's just the way it comes about. But what I'll do is, the bond is set as a recognizance bond, which means you don't have to post any money. You got to appear. You got to show up, they process you in, and they process you back out.
Yes, sir.
But there'll be, this is the bond. It's personal recognizance, which means you have to appear timely. And then we're going to need a hearing in 4 weeks to see where everybody is on this. So the total amount that he needs, our goal, he needs to reach is what?
$5,584.
We're going to need that in installments. I don't want to wait till 5,000 is reached because that could be a while. A little bit of get when you can, but we'll review in the first or so review in 4 weeks. By that time, you will have been processed in and out on the motion. The motion will be pending, but we'll hold it in any action in abeyance as long as we're satisfied that he's doing what he can to pay as soon as possible. Now at the end of this, in a few weeks here on this anniversary on 9/27, all the fees stop, right?
Yes, sir. Everything has been assessed to today's date. So
Okay.
the $5,584
That's his goal.
is the max.
It's not gonna-
Yes, sir.
okay.
It's not going to go up any.
That's your goal. If you got that tomorrow, all things being the same, I dismiss the case. You're not even found guilty.
And just when you think it's over, the judge throws him a lifeline. Pay the $5,584, and the whole case vanishes. That's what deferred adjudication means. No conviction on record if you finish strong. Thinking face question for you all. If freedom had a price tag, would you find a way to pay it? Or end up right back in front of the same bench?
You're on deferred probation,
Yes,
but
sir.
you don't want to foul it up by a payment thing
Yes, sir.
when you're able to pay. All right, it's frustrating, but it's not the first time this happens. A lot of people on probation feel like, well, they got to pay their other bills. Probation, it can wait, but it's not forgotten. And
Yes, sir.
we're talking all the monies here are taxpayer monies
Yes, sir.
that goes to the taxpayer who pay for the option of probation supervision other than prison terms. So you've been free because of the taxpayers' monies that have paid for the option of fix the problem and move on with your life.
Yes, sir.
But you got to pay for it, like I do too. My taxes, but here you have a kind of a direct tax from probation fees. So we'll review it in 4 weeks and see where we are. And once again, whenever you can get this, as soon as that would happen, he'd send me something going, he paid.
Sure.
All right. And then there'd be a dismissal, which dismisses the case.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You'll see you in 4 weeks. Yes, sir.
Sir,
What's your?
resetting?
Oh, okay. Did you say you were doing?
Skull, that closing line says everything. Don't F it up. No legal jargon. No lecture. Just raw truth. After 10 years, hundreds of warnings, and one last chance, the judge leaves it in his hands. Clapperboard takeaway. Sometimes the justice system isn't about punishment. It's about proof. Prove you've learned, or the system proves it for you.
You were going to get another job, or is
I just started a job.
that started that one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What do you do there?
We do urinalysis samples. We go and we test people doing, a motor analysis. So,
Okay. Well, that's a responsible job.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Don't foul it up.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.